Okay, hello, welcome back folks, 15.FEB Gaming here, or Carl here, back really quickly. Back here, Stage K, lights and sound. Wanted to give you guys a little bit of a update, or make a video, because I haven't posted since the end of 2021, a little bit after that. I haven't posted in a long time, so I wanted to make a little bit of an update explaining what's been going on and why I haven't posted any videos yet. And while I do that, we're gonna move my X32 from there on top of here, because eventually this sub is gonna go shoop. And a problem what's gonna happen is that all my monitors are gonna be changed out to a Mackie set. And then these monitors together with a sub I'm gonna be buying from KRK is going in the bedroom to be there to provide sound for the TV I'm going to be putting in there. Yes, totally not its purpose, but it works, and it's way better than the speakers, because currently I have just like a Logitech like 2-speaker random ass setup in there, so yeah. So how we're gonna do this is gonna be kind of interesting, because this goes into my mic booster over here. And then we have a longer ass cable right here which provides sound from that other monitor. Then this one goes to this direct box which takes that. Then we have this long ass mic which I gotta fish up from there later. This one is long enough, so that one is fine, but I am gonna reconnect this afterwards. So pretty much at this point, I already know that the one that has a yellow one is the subwoofer, and I already know that the longer cable is the left one, so that's fine. There we go. Let's move this sucker. So if you're wondering where I've been, I've basically just been busy. Yeah, it's still on top. Okay. So there we go, we got the console up on here. So basically what's been going on, why I haven't been so active, is mainly because I haven't had much to do. I was going to record a series. Can you guys even see me? Well, you folks can kind of see me. Anywho, basically, I was going to make a series on the X32 console, and I will be making a series on the X32 console. Most likely, what's going to happen, this is kind of an own decision of mine. I do want a full-size console, and personally, I like certain aspects of the M32, the Midas M32 more than the X32. The X32 console is definitely the one I've used most on. This is the second X32 I have used, like the second unit X32 I've used. The first unit, the first X32 I ever used was the X32 that was in my elementary school. I was kind of the main sound engineer / lighting engineer for the drama crew in 10th grade and 9th grade, mostly 10th grade. So I have worked a lot with the X32 Compact, and it's a great console for the price. But personally, for what I want to do, going with a bigger console like the X32 or the M32 makes more sense to me. I have also been looking into the Pro line of Midas consoles. I have used some Pro line consoles. I've used the Pro 3 full size, and I've used the Pro 2 compact. If you looked on my Nikolai Tech and IRL channel, if you looked at the behind the scenes video from Turicon 2022, you'll see towards the end of that video I did a little bit of an overview over the sound equipment we're using, and from the house there's a Pro Compact 2. That was the latest time I used a Pro Series Midas console. I wasn't the main one in charge of the sound, so I didn't use it like all the time, but I were in there and just kind of looked over and helped people with a few stuff. But what I've been looking at is the Midas Heritage D console. Now, this is a 40 grand console, so it's not anything cheap. it's basically 10 times as expensive as the Midas M32. The Midas M32 is 4,000 bucks. The Pro Series is 40 grand. So it's certainly not a cheap purchase, but you know, if I scale up my production right now, I don't really do much shows. Mostly what I do, if I do anything, is using the house equipment and do some DJ shows here and there to sound for DJs locally. But I don't do that many shows nowadays, and it's mainly because I don't have a good way of transporting equipment around yet, because I do not have a driver's license yet. So that is definitely something that is in the works, and I'm going to be working on trying to sort that entire diddly-do out. So I will probably just upgrade to an M32. I don't know what a Pro 2 Compact would be. A Pro 2 Compact would be way cheaper. It wouldn't be 4 grand anymore, but it will still probably be up in the neighborhoods of 10 grand-ish at least. And I still gotta get more stuff like overheads, or not overheads, but other stuff like more mics and stuff. And the wireless LAN is gonna go in here eventually, 6 mics and 6 in-ears. And then I believe there should be 2 belt packs as well, as far as mics goes, in case. And probably what's gonna happen is that all my amplification is most likely gonna move into another rack that's going to be placed up on stage, and potentially I'll actually go as far as actually putting a DL, well, I've been looking at, I may actually, since I'm planning to maybe go Pro line later on, if I can justify it, I will maybe take and install a DL 251 or 251, yeah, 251 in the rack. It's a Midas Pro Series. Mainly it operates as 96K, but it can be swapped over to operate in 48K if I want to, and I can then use one, since I'll only be using 32 channels, I can use a single AES50 cable instead of 2, which you would do if you were doing, which you would need to do if you were doing 96K. I don't remember exactly in my head, but under 96K, I believe an AES50 cable can only carry like, I don't remember, but at least it's not, it can't carry as many channels, but since we're only using 32, one AES50 cable should be fine. And obviously if I go Pro Series, I will be using Super Mac instead of AES, most likely. AES50 that is. That's kind of weirdly odd. Now begins the fun part of reconnecting this. Oh god. Okay. But any of you believe I'm not much of a smart man? Well, this would be better. So we're going to go on the back of the console. You know, I need to untangle shit here first. Okay, we are back and we're over at the console and we're about to plug in stuff. So we're going to plug this one into you. We're going to plug this one into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then I suppose we could go back here to make our life a little bit easier, I guess. So this is left speaker, or no, this is subwoofer. So subwoofer plug in to output to output 5. Then power can come down and out of our way and plug into, well, pull. Then we got left monitor, right monitor, VU meter, output, there and there. Has the output side, yes. God, this thing is so dusty. There we go. The only thing which is not plugged in now, theoretically speaking, is that one. But other than that, that should be it, I believe. Yes. So, I also have new USB discs coming, or well, one new one coming for this one. Yeah, I'm gonna be designing a more custom logo for that eventually, but there we go. Xion. Now the big question is, did I plug everything correctly? And I believe I did. Routing. Out. Up to 6 is subwoofer, 7 and 8 is main arrays. And well, this one indeed goes down into the sub. This one goes to that one, so that is correct, and yes, that one is correct, which means, theoretically speaking, if I just feed this fucker some noise. Yes, we got noise in the stereo. Good. System works. You go up. Broadcast is up. You're up. Which means now this one is situated on top of a rack again. And then preferably this thing would get an Ethernet cable, but I'm frankly out of flexible Ethernet cables. This was the Ethernet cable which did go to the fucker, but this thing is it's like this cheap, stiff ass Cat 6 ASTP cables. I'm gonna be getting some older cables, which is also STP, but they're like pin ones. So that way they can go properly over here. So now I'm gonna try my technique on stabilizing this fucker. Back here again. So yeah, so I don't remember the last time I recorded a video for you guys, but quite a bit has happened since last time. I remember the last video I recorded for you guys was the X32 Edit series, or that final review of the MG16XU or whatnot. Anywho, a lot has happened. As said, I've gotten an X32, the unboxing of that is on my Tech and IRL channel. There was supposed to be an unboxing of it, but I never got it out. I never had a unboxing video apparently, but I have a clean out video of my NX3000D. Also, you probably remember that old honky tonky slow MacBook 10 Pro. Actually, funny enough, the MacBook 10 Pro or 2010 Pro is here running Windows 8.1. I was trying a funky thing. Okay, I was about to say, because I tried, for any of you tech geeky folks out there, I tried because I did try to run a pfSense box just straight on the machine initially, but I had that problem with that one USB adapter I had which needed a driver. So I tried running a pfSense box in a VM, but that didn't really go to plan either. So now I just have this random MacBook Pro 2010 with Windows 8 on it. This one has been upgraded. I still haven't gotten some anime stickers on it or whatnot, and well, depending on who you are, you can say whatever the fuck you want about that, but I'm going to be putting some anime stickers on it, and well, my own stickers, because I'm going to be signing some anime related stickers for Stage K, but you know, it will be a little more safe for work at least. Anywho, this is my, not new, but my MacBook Pro 2015. I am going to be putting some new rubber feet on it. So yeah, so this is currently what I'm doing all my stuff on. Yes, low battery, thank you very much for the information. So this is currently what I do most of my stuff on when it comes to sound grid configuration and tractor DJ, wireless workbench, Dante, controller, stuff like that. I configure through this machine. The main thing I have this machine for, as you all probably know, or you probably don't know, I haven't talked on this channel about it, but it is show control, which is for if I'm doing DJ shows, and I'm also providing lighting, which in the future the plan is for us to supply lighting as well. Show control is used for providing time code through DJNet to Ganame 2, Resolume via IP MIDI time code instead of SMPTE. We can do SMPTE, but you know, it's easier doing MIDI over IP time code in this instance. And then of course I also have my HD, my Heritage app, my M32 app, Xair and X32 apps, since I do control this a fair amount from here. The HD macOS is for the Heritage D. I was just playing around with the software really. So yeah, so that has happened. So that is my main unit I use for sound and stuff now. Although I'm going to be honest with you, I do want to upgrade again. I know Macs, they are stupidly expensive, but I do want to upgrade to a 2018 model. The 2016 and 2017 models I've heard have some like just unreasonable keyboard faults with them and touchpad faults. But I really want to get a 2018 because it has USB-C, so it makes it much easier for me to get Ethernet dongles and readers and USB hubs, whatnot. That is USB-C, which will work with this thing because I can barely find any USB hubs with like USB hubs with both USB card readers, Ethernet, screen output, blah 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 blah. On Amazon, I use the German Amazon, by the way. And also it has USB-C charging. I prefer the USB-C charging over the MagSafe charging, just cause the MagSafe charging you can't just rip out. You can rip out the USB-C too, but the USB-C actually is a friction connect, not a magnetic connect. So you know, just be. Well, then we have this chunky thing which has the Ethernet built in. And then, of course, as always, I have my Galaxy Tab A7, which I use for all kinds of things. I use it for Navigraph and for my simulator stuff, but here I have, you know, mixing station to communicate with the mixer and stuff like that. Last time I used it, obviously I used it together with Flight because it's a Flight background, but update postponed. Okay, install now. Install and do your thing. So yeah. So that is really all the updates really. Since last time. I am getting a new, currently right now, why my X32 is rigged up here in the main case is because my Focusrite interface, well, there's two things. First of all, my Focusrite interface kind of pooped the bed, per se. thanks to me, because I accidentally restored a preset which will automatically enable 45 volt phantom power. Or it didn't automatic, but I didn't think about it, so I said confirm. So I sent phantom power to the left input side of that unit. I have still been using it a little bit, just as an interface for my guitar when I've been traveling up north. But yeah, that thing is basically sharp. And also, the Focusrite Scarlett series does not have built-in EQ control, gates and stuff. So that's why I have the X32 also rigged up here now. For doing, so that's the second reason, and also the main reason why I'm switching from Scarlett instead of getting a new Scarlett, is because, so here I get EQ, my compressor, my gate, my low cut, all that. What I was switching to for that interface is a Personas IO24, 2 input TRS XLR combo jacks, and 2 TRS outputs, or TS outputs because it's left-right, and then a TRS headphone out, because that one has built-in software for both EQ, gate, compression, blah 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 blah, built into the unit. So that's going to be quite nice. And also, I said the plan is to swap out, move these studio monitors into the bedroom and maybe get a full Mackie set and a powered subwoofer, so that way I do not need to run this 12-inch and it's still going to be a 10-inch subwoofer, so it's not that much smaller, but then I don't have to run my amp when I use this, will reduce the noise level in here, because the fan on that thing is quite loud, so that's something that is going to be changed around, yeah. And also, you guys have not seen this on the Stage K channel, but here is my dead sub, my RSBA100H bass amp, or 100 bass amp head, and then we got my RS100H, my 2x10 cab. Now the thing is, the speakers in this thing is very, very generic, so probably what I'll end up doing is buying a Mark bass cabinet. Now I've heard all kinds of things about Mark bass. I know the amps are pretty crappy, but personally the cabinets aren't that bad. It's mostly how much power the amps gave that was really the problem. So what I'll probably be going for is a Mark bass. It's a 2x10 4-ohm cab with a horn. Basically the same as this cabinet, just it's made to be standing upright like this, and then eventually I'll be changing out the amp head to most likely a Aguilar amp head. The plan is to do a full Aguilar set eventually, but the Aguilar amps are just so expensive. You can get a Mark bass cab for like about 400-500 bucks USD. This one was like 130 bucks USD, so definitely not the most expensive cab in the world, thus the speakers being very generic. The amp head was also about 1,000 or about 130-ish bucks, 1,000 something Norwegian kron. It is 120 watts at 4 ohms. The Mark bass amp can go up to 400 watts, but as long as it's the same ohm rating, and since I will never be pushing 400 watts in the studio here, it should be fine. So yeah, so a lot of changes is coming down the road for all this equipment. I'm gonna not bore you guys sitting here and talking for very long. Anyway, my point is a lot has happened. A per se tutorial slash 101 whatnot on the Behringer X32 will be coming on the channel eventually on the X32 Compact, and then eventually when I get an M32, an M32 series will come off, but the M32 series will be much lighter and much quicker, because it's pretty much the M32 is basically the same as the X32 Compact, just full size, little bit more smaller-ish features, and you know, higher preamps. All that stuff. So yeah, so I will say thank you guys for watching. Been Carl here, Stage K. Not an unprofessional video I've done, but you know, we're chilling the best, you know. This is more just the challenge to just do gear both, you know, live and studio, and just kind of play around a bit. Most of my stuff when I move around and change over stuff is going to be on my Tech NRL channel, but I will be better at posting updates here on Stage K for you guys, as you guys can kind of keep up a little more with what's going on around here. So thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.